Okay, so for week 6 of summer anime, a lot of cool shows out here. I've also been trying to keep up with a lot of older shows that, they're kind of like, mid, kind of like trashy. Like My Stepmom is My Daughter's Ex, stuff like that. Isekai Oji-san's actually really good. Kind of give it a chance. There's like a lot of funny moments. There's also stuff from like Vermeil and Gold, Engage Kiss has some cool action scenes. And then yeah, Call of the Night, Devil's a Part-Timer, Rent the Girlfriend, Made in Abyss, all like pretty great animes. So yeah, excited to talk about them. I guess we'll start off with Call of the Night. Very easy show to talk about. So yeah, we made a new character. New waifu just dropped. So yeah, a lot of cool characters just appearing at nighttime. We made a new one. It's this businesswoman. So she's like kind of overworked and just like tired. Her name is Shirakawa. And pretty solid design. Office clothes, glasses, and basically she hates her life in her office. Well, she likes her job, but you gotta actually like communicate outside of work. You gotta drink with your coworkers and your bosses. That shit's rough. It's kind of like bordering sexual harassment sometimes. And then at 2 a.m. and something they like call you as well. Like so you're on the clock 24 hours. So it's rough for her. She has like no free time. That's probably like so miserable though. So yeah, I feel her. So then yeah, she's in the area. So she's like, I'll hit up Nazuna's place because she gives some good massages. We saw her enter last episode to the house, but it was Ko there. So yeah, Ko's out here giving the massages. And then yeah, he's really young. We see he's like 14. I thought he was like kind of older, like 16ish, but now he's 14. And then yeah, he's doing the massage. They kind of like talk, do some nice small talk, do some good massages. He's on her back. Thing is, he's like not hard enough. So you gotta be like really rough and physical in the massages, or else nothing will happen. It won't be as effective. And then yeah, pretty solid massage. However, it gets interrupted because her boss is calling. So it's something like 2 a.m. Shirakawa, she's like miserable because like she does not want to go to work. She starts crying and everything. But then she like kind of refreshes herself and it's like, okay, yeah, I'm leaving. Thanks for the massage. Thing is, Ko sees that I can't let it end like this. She's miserable. So he locks the door. Tells Nazuna to like make her not leave under any circumstances. So Nazuna kind of has the idea to yeet her out of the window, throw her out. She's all scared, like, oh no, I'm about to die. And then Ko jumps out after her, and then Nazuna comes in like carrying both of them, flying through the air. So it kind of like shows her like the kind of value in the nighttime. Nightlife is nice. You gotta enjoy yourself sometimes. And then they kind of like drop the vampire plotline on her as well, where yeah, Ko wants to be a vampire. So then he's like, okay, if you ever need me, I'll turn you into a vampire in the future. And then yeah, pretty solid like small story between both of them. We see Ko, he's just like pulling girls. He's like kind of he kind of embraces it. He doesn't know what love is himself, but all the girls are falling for him. After that, we get a second half where they kind of go to a pool party because Nazuna and Ko don't really have any plans for the nighttime. They're like, let's not do the same boring stuff we usually do. They go to a pool party, a lot of like, bikini waifus in this random pool area. Thing is, it's like kind of crowded. They're not having too much fun. Music's loud and stuff. So then they kind of like fly away, go to a different pool party in their high school pool. So Ko's out there swimming in the school with Nazuna. It's kind of cute, but yeah, nothing else major happened. So yeah, another solid episode, cool background music, cool environments, and yeah, we're meeting more characters in the nighttime. So yeah, we got Tired Office Lady. What more do we have in store for us? There's like a bunch of high school kids, it looks like. There's a lot of like older women characters as well, so we'll see as we continue on with the story. And after Made in Abyss Season 2, Episode 6. So yeah, this story is like going really good. I like it. There's a lot of like anxiety because nothing extremely bad has happened so far, but it might happen soon. So here it was like kind of like a heroic episode. We got short-haired Rico, like damn, new design dropped. So yeah, we'll get to that later. So first she has to buy Nanachi back from the dude Beloff who bought her. So yeah, Rico was gonna like wager like half her organs or something. She's like, okay, if it doesn't hurt, you can take. And then before she was gonna say something, the guide, he kind of like covered her mouth because he's like, don't do that. You're gonna get scammed. Your journey is gonna be over. You can't let your journey end here. So a lot of people are caring for Rico's journey. Apparently she's like really important. That like a lot of people like don't want her to sell herself. So yeah, they kind of like go away and they have to kind of figure out a new plan to save Nanachi. So yeah, we'll worry about that later because something else happens. There's this big slime monster that's attacking the city. And it just like, it keeps attacking every once in a while. Everyone tries to fight it, but they have no idea how to like defeat it. So they kind of like try to protect everything. Rico gets the Stone of Prushka back. And then yeah, it turns into like the whistle. So that's cool. But then yeah, basically they kind of have a plan to fight the slime monster. There's like one of the 3 sages fighting it. But he's getting destroyed because it's like, I don't know, you can't like beat the slime. The slime just like dissolves you like acid if you touch it. So basically their plan, so Rico sells off some of her hair. That's where we get short hair Rico to team up with the main dude guiding them. And then like he turns into like a car. So Rico's just like on this go-kart, like driving the guy. And then they kind of like lure the dude away because like Rico has a plan. So since the slime is like levitating in the air, it might be like lighter than air, so we can like kind of stun it by like removing the oxygen, removing the air pressure, putting a big net over it, putting some fire so it stops like, you know, moving. So we got some science out there, some chemicals. So and after that they kind of burn the slime thing, they stab it, and it's broken up. But then as they like celebrate, everyone's like, yo, Rico, you're such a good leader, such a good general. Her and her short hair, the slime thing kind of regenerates. But then they finally Rico blows on the whistle. And then before any like major characters died, Reg shows up. So the whistle actually kind of summoned Reg, I guess. He was on his way anyway, but yeah. And then he has a new form, bro. He's tan with like white helmets and his metal turned white. Like, what is this new form, bro? Like, what? That's kind of crazy, but I guess we'll worry about it later. One of the other sages comes in and he tells us about like, okay, so the slime monster is actually like a bunch of insects kind of like combining into one, and then they follow the queen. Yeah, it's not really one monster, it's just like a swarm of insects that look like this big slime. So Enrico asks him, yo, if you knew that, why didn't you spread the information, help us? And then he's like, oh, it's more entertaining this way. So yeah, Rico gets some street cred. I don't know if this increases her value or anything, because yeah, she needs somebody to rescue Nanachi, but you know, she actually did a big part in saving the village. So maybe that's a good thing. Reg realizes he can find more information from Fapata, and they actually like realize that Fapata is like really important. He's like the embodiment of value. So they're thinking if we sell Fapata to the dude Beloff, then we get Nanachi back. Thing is, you know, how are you gonna capture Fapata and sell her? It's probably gonna be really hard. So that's our mission so far. We kind of learned some things about Reg, and then yeah, Rico was like, you know, pretty solid this episode. I love her as like kind of, you know, not being protected anymore. She's actually like, you know, doing more heroic things because she has to. He can't survive on the abyss by being like alone and useless. And then yeah, we realized that Reg is kind of like a descendant of the city. He's actually from the city, so maybe like he'll get his memories back soon. We'll see. But yeah, Fapata is important, so we got to find her, and I guess that's our next mission because we need her to rescue Nanachi. The story is flowing pretty well. A lot of like cool action scenes. Nothing tragic happening so far, but it's like a lot more to go. We're only like halfway through the season, so yeah, keep your eyes out. But yeah, this episode went really hard. Okay, so for Lycoris Recoil, episode 7, nothing major happened this episode. It's pretty solid. We just see Chisato and the green-haired dude that like kind of fought against each other. They're both part of like the Allen Institute, I think. Like they both have like this medal. They have like their own mission. So they're wondering, yo, who are you? Because they're both like really strong at fighting. You know, Chisato got the perception to dodge bullets, and this dude, he's just like a savage killing Lycoris. So yeah, he's like the next villain. But yeah, over here, the big thing that happens is that Chisato sees the phone of the manager, and then he kind of has like a date, like an invitation to this bar. So they're like, okay, what if we follow him? That's kind of sussy. Let's see if he's like, you know, actually going on a date. Like, are they lovers? And then they see that the commander's actually kind of gay. So I mean, that's cool. They kind of follow him to the bar, and then the dude that like he's talking to is like the dude from the Allen Institute. So he was actually like a recurring customer for the Lycoris Cafe. So and they start following him, all the girls, and then they kind of dress up. So we got Chisato with this like cool sexy dress, Takina also in like the suit. So then yeah, they kind of like overhear their conversation in the bar, and then basically it's like kind of more Chisato backstory, how like, okay, we kind of rescued her, we gave her this artificial heart, and then in return, you know, they want to like see her fulfill her mission. So we don't really know too much like the specifics, but yeah, there's like a lot of hidden backstory between a lot of these characters. You know, like since like the radio tower fell, it felt like we were missing like a whole first season like explanation of the anime, so like it's kind of unfolding here. But you know, I love like seeing the girls, you know, hang out, slice of life, nothing too serious. But yeah, we'll see how things turn out. So like nothing significant really happened this episode. So I really wonder where this anime will end up next, because it's like every episode is either slice of life, you know, cool girl hangouts, or like actual action, shooting, fighting, or a mix of both. So yeah, it keeps you on your toes, and I'm really excited. Okay, so for The Devil is a Part-Timer, Season 2, Episode 5. Another solid slice of life type episode. So here we see that the restaurant is closing for renovations. So our dude Mao is kind of unemployed for the time, and also at the same time his apartment is also vacating for like, you know, repairs, improvements. So he's kind of homeless and jobless again. So they kind of have a plan, because the landlady actually called Mao, and he's like, okay, my daughter actually needs some help, so I got you with the job. So, you know, everything's fine. They got a job and place to live for the meantime. So it's like in this kind of beach house. So they're basically traveling to a new city, Choshi. It's kind of like this beach area. Yeah, it's like the three of them plus the other three girls came in, Chiho and Yusa. And then the samurai girl. So yeah, they're all out here working, kind of repairing this restaurant. They're getting paid, so yeah, job's all good. The thing is, as they're fixing it up, we end the episode with some suspicious cliffhanger. Because the people are coming, like the fishermen. They're out here trying to eat. So we kind of end the episode there with them, like, they fixed the restaurant. So they have to now, like, you know, cater all these people. It's like a episode of Hell's Kitchen out here. So yeah, hopefully everything's good. And yeah, pretty solid episode there. Other stuff that happened here, we see that Chiho and her mom is kind of like, okay, Mao's a good guy, so I approve your relationship. So I guess that's okay, but yeah, we'll see how things go as we kind of move on with the plot. And then yeah, more working. I love how it's like combination of like, you know, we're working, we got money, we need money. We also got to defeat these angels and devils fighting us. Okay, so for Shadow's House Season 2, Episode 6, another solid episode, a lot of cool stuff happening. Kind of trying to uncover the mystery and more characters kind of like interacting. So here we see Emilico kind of getting closer to Sean. So then they talk and then they think like, okay, the logic about how shadows are like actually trying to imitate the humans. And they're like, okay, what if our names are actually the names, like our human names, and then our doll names are our shadow names? So since Emilico's shadow name is Kate, maybe Emilico's real name is actually Kate. And then maybe Sean's real name is actually Sean. So they try, like, you know, calling each other by their names. They try talking about how, like, their past life might have been in their village, why their parents kind of sold them. And then, like, would they be happier there if they, like, moved? So, yeah, they kind of have to break the system anyway. But yeah, just like a cute kind of like conversation between Emilico and Sean. After that though, some like kind of anxiety stuff happened. So they got to drink the coffee again. They made a batch of coffee really quickly. The kind of like star bearers. So then they don't want to drink it because yeah, they're gonna be brainwashed again. But then yeah, this time Kate sees that this coffee is different. So the coffee is actually fake. It's like a placebo. It's more of like this dude is controlling them with their mind control soot powers. It's like the big strong dude. So yeah, this coffee isn't really a big deal, but the fact that someone's mind controlling them to make them think they're drinking the coffee, that shows the importance of the coffee itself. And the fact that there's like kind of like a information gap between the houses, so like the adults and the children's wing. So yeah, like the fact that someone broke the coffee wasn't leaked yet. So I guess they're trying to keep it secret and like, you know, improvising until they get a new batch. So yeah, that's there. We also see Sean and John kind of like repairing the science lab. They see these two other good dudes who are like kind of doing an experiment, so they kind of take a lot of John's soot because he's like really strong. They want to analyze his power. Also, after that, they see that like the soots, they're actually attracted to faces. So yeah, they chase after faces. So we don't know why they do that, but then yeah, they're trying to piece together why these soots are attracted to faces, what the real purpose of everything is. So yeah, that's important. Also, at the end, we see that the Star Bearers are calling Sean and John to the office. So, you know, yikes, when you get called into the office, did you do something wrong? Well, they have to see. They have to investigate. Another cliffhanger. A lot of cliffhangers in this anime, so, you know, it usually doesn't end up in something like, you know, tragic or dire, but they are kind of under investigation along with Kate, so, yeah, hopefully nothing bad happens to our squad. Okay, so for Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Season 4, Episode 4. So yeah, we see Belle meet up with this mermaid waifu as he fights off like all these like kind of monsters attacking him. Kind of like fan service, another part of Belle's harem. So then she kind of like puts his finger in his mouth because her mermaid blood will help heal his wounds. So yeah, not erotic at all. And then yeah, they kind of hang out. She talks about how lonely she is because there's a squad of people. She's also like part of the Xenos. But yeah, apparently like, you know, they're going on their mission. She's stuck in the water area only. She can't go up and down the levels of the dungeon, so it's kind of sad for her. So then Belle's out here. He goes around, and then while he was leaving, he feels kind of sad, but this monster comes attacking them. So he kind of like lifts up the mermaid one hand, and they start running. Then she starts loving it. Like Belle's carrying her, and she's like, "Okay, I'm finally free. I can explore like the places I could not explore." So yeah, she doesn't want Belle to die, but you know, Belle gotta fight the monster, protect the people, because like yeah, his squad are kind of being surrounded by the moss golem, and then we see Haruhime. She's also like, you know, unleashing her power to like raise people's level. So yeah, it's kind of a showdown there. Belle's gonna show up. So it's cool seeing everyone fight, but you know, nothing really super amazing happened in the plot. Just like more characters, another addition to Belle's harem. So yeah, we'll see how things unfold as we kind of like go through the story. Okay, now for Engage Kiss, episode 7. So I haven't been keeping up with this anime too much, but yeah, I started watching it again. You know, it's cool. There's like a lot of fan service. The animation's like pretty solid. And like, you know, the concept, the world isn't that bad. It's just like, you know, the story is just like a bit, just like, it doesn't really do anything. It's a bit boring, bit generic. All these girls have all this drama that doesn't really matter. This dude losing his memories, like, who cares? So yeah, basically the concept is like, yeah, we're fighting demons, and then there's like other like demon fighting squads. So we see like this nun out here. So she's actually fighting our main character, Shu, and his girl Kisara. So yeah, Shu gets beaten up, and then this nun, Sharon, she's like the pure Sharon or something, Holy Grail Sharon. She actually like beats him up really hard, and then she like kind of runs away while the reinforcements come. And then she's talking to Kisara. Yo, you're a demon. Like, we can't trust you, like, siding with humans and everything. So yeah, her goal is to exterminate demons, of course. Even the good ones that are working for the team. So then we also hear her backstory. So Shu actually had a relationship with her. After she broke up with Ayano, she kind of teamed up with Sharon. You know, a lot of lewd stuff, you know, sex, kissing, it's all there. So yeah, he kind of had a relationship with Sharon, and they kind of teamed up to fight Kisara, like her demon form. And then they both, like, beat her. And then Shu wanted to, like, take her to save his sister or something, and Sharon wanted to kill her. So Shu kind of like, while they were fucking, Shu kind of like poisoned her, and then he took Kisara. And then yeah, there's like a messy breakup there, and then that's like their backstory. So then Sharon kind of lures Kisara to like a one-on-one fight, and then Sharon has like this like demon armor. It's like this mecha suit, which is like, you know, blasting them, because like, you know, real bullets won't really damage them too much. So you can only damage a demon by like, you know, demon blood, demon technology. So she's kind of shooting her in this mecha suit, but then Shu comes in, and then, you know, they kiss. Kisara's like, oh, I don't want to take your memories. I don't want to be this. I don't want you to just use me. What am I to you? And then she just keeps kissing her. He's like, I don't care if you use me. If you take my memories, I'll give it to you all. And then, you know, we'll do all the other stuff later. Then she unlocks her demon form. She kind of stabs the nun. Like, it just this is so easy now. And then yeah, Sharon, like, the suit actually dissolves, and we see her kind of like, you know, half naked and everything. So yeah, a lot of fan service. We beat this enemy. The stupid thing is Sharon, she's not really like an enemy. She's actually like testing the squad. So I hate when this happens, like this like strong person comes in, it's like, haha, I was just testing you. I didn't really mean to kill you. So yeah, because she was testing them, because there's like this big demon actually coming. So the real threat is coming. So and Sharon and her demons hunting squad, they're like, yeah, we're in the city just to like, you know, fight off the big like demon threat that's gonna come, and we can't really trust you to fight it. So yeah, a new nun comes in. She's not really a villain. Yeah, I wonder what new demons we're gonna fight. A lot of cool fan service, a lot of like funny moments. But yeah, the story isn't really anything special. But yeah, besides that, fan service A+, and then yeah, a lot of really fun moments while these girls are fighting. All right, so for Fuuto Tantei this week, episode 3, another solid episode. These detectives are out here. The main thing though, we got Sentai Kamen Rider fights. They just name dropped it. So yeah, the main 2 detectives, Philip and Hidari, they transform. They're like 2 of the detectives in the same body, and then they turn into like this big, like, you know, Power Rangers type of guy. He has like different multiple forms, but he basically has 2 colors. And then they fight off the road dopant that we saw last episode. So he's like kind of eating people and everything. They attack him, and then they beat him. It's like a big, like, prolonged fight. There's like a lot of like motorcycle riding. Like, they're fighting in the park. They run away. He has like stretchy arms trying to grab him. And then when they finally defeat him, like after like all this rubble crashes, they like go to like the extra dimension. Realizes there's like 2 worlds. There's like the main city and the shadow city. So they like fight each other in the shadow city. It's kind of like a mirror image kind of thing. And then Shotaro beats him because he's like, oh yeah, the best rider in the city, that's us. So yeah, literally Kamen Rider out here. And then they fought off the guy. They realized that Tokime, the witch, the hot white-haired witch, she's innocent. That's good. It's a very successful mission. So it kind of like, you know, it's like a classic detective show that I like, where, you know, the obvious solution is not the correct solution. There's some like, you know, 200 IQ left and right 4D chess. They got to figure out like where the actual case is. There's more than meets the eye. So she's innocent, but she still gets kind of arrested for causing havoc. But yeah, she really didn't do anything. She kind of followed the road dopant, because he makes portals between the shadow world and everything. So she's like kind of like a normal person with memory loss, basically. So I guess her goal is to recover the memory. And then yeah, we realized that the guy that hired them for the case, he was actually like evil. So like the witch stole her bag. The way she steals bags, she just uses like magic string, like sleight of hand and a hook. But inside of the bag, he has like a dopant, like a USB memory stick that like you plug into your neck and you transform into a monster. So it's kind of like a drug. So yeah, he was trying to get it back. So yeah, they solved the case. I think the dude gets arrested, and oh yeah, the witch, she actually kisses Shotaro. So bro, he's in there, yo. Tokime, you know, best girl character design this season. So also unexpectedly after that, after a few days later, I guess, she gets hired to join the detective agency as Shotaro's partner, or like kind of like his assistant. The villain we saw earlier, yo, she's now part of the squad. Very nice. A very good way to kind of introduce like new characters and a fresh kind of like, okay, this is the world. These are like we're fighting villains. There's demons and monsters. This is the shadow world. But then we also meet this new waifu that like organically joins the party. So it's really good. Really liked it. Really liked the dynamic. The show's keeping it very fun. And then they actually kind of live together in the same apartment. So the issue is Shotaro, he's attracted to femme fatales, but then they're gonna like lead you astray. So he tries to kind of distance himself from her, so he sleeps at the office. And then yeah, we end the anime there. I really like the fan service, character designs, everything's like pretty funny. Action's like okay. So yeah, cool premise, and I wonder what more characters we're gonna meet along the way. Okay, so for my stepmom is my daughter's ex, episode 6. Yeah, I really hate this anime, but I was just interested. But yeah, this is basically so boring. The characters are so boring, like the most boring romance characters ever. This incest plotline doesn't really matter too much, but it's mostly like because like the girl, she's like, oh okay, my brother was the only one who understands me. I'm like introverted. None of my friends really realize that about me. So yeah, Yume, she's in her feelings. For no reason. And then we see Misuto, the main character, is kind of like being a Chad. And then he befriends this girl in the library. She's kind of like, quiet. She's actually kind of like a trans character where she actually wants to be born as a boy, but she's a girl. So yeah, she's also really shy, but then Misuto kind of breaks her out of her shell. They become friends, but then his stepsister Yume, she gets jealous, like, oh shit, is he cheating on me? Or not cheating on me? Is he like, she just feels jealous. He's hanging out with the girl. But then they kind of hash it out, and he becomes like the cool, strong, big brother, and then says, "Okay, it's all fine. I don't like her. It's like misunderstanding." And then yeah, they become friends again, and then all three of them are friends with the new girl. But yeah, pretty bad anime. Like it's just like another run-of-the-mill romance show. The incest has nothing to do with it. It's just that okay, they live together now. But yeah, I really hate how these characters are just like super boring. The main two. So yeah, nothing really keeping me watching. But I just wanted to review it just to check it out again. Okay, so for Vermeil and Gold, episode 6. So I've been keeping up with this anime, it's all for the fan service, the main big purple-haired waifu, demon waifu. So we see kind of like backstory about her, there's like a lot of sad moments, but here there's like this evil white-haired dude. So yeah, throughout the anime, they've been like fighting people in their school. A lot of like evil people, so like this dude, he's kind of like making Vermeil go berserk. But then the main dude, Alto, he kind of like tries to stop her going berserk, and then Vermeil actually kind of damages him. So then she feels kind of sad. She's all shocked, so she goes back to normal. So it's just all it takes is emotion to kind of like get her back to normal. So then she actually kisses him a bit, and then it kind of like heals him. And then they fight the big demon dude. They kind of like blow him up and everything, so he's not really a big threat. And then we actually hear like this big story drop where Alto, he actually literally gave Vermeil his heart. So if Alto dies, then Vermeil dies at the same time. So that's kind of random, like. But I mean, this is so cheesy, like, who cares? Also, at the end, Alto actually kisses Vermeil himself. So, yeah, usually Vermeil is the one that's, like, making the moves, but Alto, like, actually started. And then when he kissed her, he didn't, like, take any mana. So it's kind of like a real type of romantic kiss. And Vermeil gets, like, she blushes. She actually gets embarrassed for the first time. Yeah, trash anime as always, but a lot of funny moments. We already got the very solid fan service with Vermeil. And now for Rent a Girlfriend, Season 2, Episode 7. You already know we got to talk. A lot of, like, spicy stuff happens. So it was basically Mami and Ruka, kind of this episode, got focused on. So Kazuya's out here doing his karaoke job. Basically, he has like a big hangover, but he's kind of like fighting through it. Oh, he's also like got invited to a group chat with like everyone he drank with last episode. So then he sees Chizuru's actual information. So he's like, should I add her as a friend? Oh, that'd be kind of weird though. And then Chizuru's on the other side thinking the same thing. So, should they add each other? Is this a breach of contract? I hate how this is like a plot point. Oh, we're breaching the renting a girlfriend contract. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, no one's gonna leak that shit. But yes, whatever. Also, after that, yeah, so they're working at Kazuya's karaoke place, and Mami comes through. So it's like Kazuya and Ruka, they're together, and then Mami's out there, like, she's like, okay, I'm here to study by myself. So yeah, she's actually paying for a booth to study. It's kind of weird. Why don't you just like study at a coffee shop or something? But yeah, Ruka sees how close they are, and then she realizes that Mami is the ex. And Ruka realizes that she's like third place in the standings. Since Mami's out here, like, Kazuya actually has feelings for her, maybe. So, yeah, Chizuru is number 1. Mami's number 2. Ruka's number 3. She can't accept that. She goes anger mode, Super Saiyan mode, girlfriend mode, and then while they're talking, Ruka comes into the karaoke room. She hugs Kazuya's arm, and she's like, bitch, we're going out. Kazuya's my boyfriend. He has no feelings for you. It's kind of creepy that you're, like, coming here. Mami gets all like stone faced, like sad, like damn, she's right, I am the stalker. So it's finally cool to see mommy getting her just desserts. People talking shit about her, like no one really could do that. So mommy's all like, "Oh shit, did Kazi actually get a girlfriend? Oh my god, what am I doing with my life? But so tragic. Why am I still thinking about them?" But then we end the episode with Chizuru coming in. Mizuhara's out there with her bag. Mommy sees the bag. She realizes that she was actually visiting Kazuya that day in the apartment. So she actually gets happy again. She was sad, now she's happy because she has like another plot point to kind of like torment Kazuya and the family. And yeah, this is what happens. So she like finds her information. She finds Ruka's information too. So mommy's gonna infiltrate the family one way or another. Very messy, like nothing good's gonna happen from this. But yeah, I really love the Ruka showing. She's really aggressive. She really wants to be the girlfriend. So she's making her presence known. And then mommy's being the bitch. Mizuhara's just out there, not doing anything. So just being best girl by not doing anything. Good play by her. We'll see if it pays off. And that seems to be it for week 6. Thank you for watching again. I haven't been talking about Overlord season 4 at all. Like, I wonder if it's good. I actually caught up with Classroom of the Elite season 2, bro. It's so kind of it's just like random high school, whatever, just like competitions and stuff, testing, sabotage. It's not really my thing. Isekai Oji sounds pretty good, but it's only 4 episodes so far. But there's like a lot of like funny kind of memeable moments, like a lot of fan service. And then we kind of like see his memories and a point of view of his children. And then RWBY this week. It was fire. Like, I like RWBY. Like, I just love seeing like anime version of RWBY. Issue is this arc is like so prolonged. Like, it's called Ice Queendom for like kind of a bad reason, because everyone that's kind of like excited, they want to see more of like the story, like the kind of the same Rooster Teeth story, just like in anime form. They're kind of doing their own thing, which is like really prolonged. So there might be more to the season. Like there might be like a season 2. This is kind of maybe a setup. I just like test the waters. I'm enjoying it, but I just feel like the season's like a bit too slow. And then yeah, I caught up with Summertime Render. It's like pretty fire. I might talk about it later, but yeah, there's like a lot of like funny stuff happening there. And then a couple of Cuckoos, which is like a harem show from last season, which has a lot of episodes. It's like really spicy. It's kind of one of my guilty pleasures. Like the show is not good, but it's like nice to turn my brain off and watch on the side. So yeah, with that quick summary, thank you for watching again. Let me know what your favorite anime this week was, if you're enjoying anything this season, and if you're hyped for next season as well. Because yeah, I can't stop thinking about Chainsaw Man, bro. That's gonna be on my mind. JoJo Part 6. Like again, the part 2 of it, we need more JoJo. So it's definitely shaping up to be a good rest of the year to watch anime.